Hi, and welcome to the Integray How To series. In this video, we'll walk you through the basics of endpoints in Integray. Today, we'll focus on the general section for endpoints and tokens. In Integray, an endpoint is a designated URL or API location that enables seamless communication between applications by sending or receiving data. It serves as a crucial link in automation workflows, allowing connected services to exchange information efficiently.
Hi, let's dive into it. When you click on Add Endpoint, you will be taken to the Endpoint Editor. Here, you can see your endpoint link, and next to it, there's a copy button that lets you easily copy the endpoint URL. Next to the URL is the Data Indexing option, which allows you to configure which parts of your data you want to index for easier searching. This configuration is done using JSON paths, and if you want historical data to be re-indexed, you can do so. Following the Reindex button, you'll find the Copy button and the Save and Close button, which you're already familiar with from previous tutorials. The General tab is divided into three main sections: Details, Security, and MISC. Let's go through them. The first section, Details, is crucial because every field here is required except for the tags. It starts with the Name field, which refers to the name of your endpoint. This name appears in the task list, so it's essential to keep it clear and easily recognizable. Next is the slug, which becomes the final part of the endpoint's URL. You can either create your own slug or allow the system to generate one based on the endpoint name. Just make sure it remains simple and readable, using only lowercase letters, numbers, and hyphens. The group field is there to help organize your endpoints. Grouping them logically makes managing endpoints much easier. Endpoints that are part of the same group will share a portion of the URL. To keep things organized, group them by themes or functions. The tags allow for even better categorization. In Integray, you can create custom tags to organize and filter your data more efficiently, making it easier to track progress and prioritize tasks. Moving on to the security section, this part is optional but highly recommended to ensure the safety of your endpoints. The first setting is authentication, and by default, your endpoint is public. However, you can secure it by changing this to token, which requires an access token for protection. This token can be added via the authorization header or as a query parameter in the URL. If your endpoint uses the Integray connector, you should select Internal for built-in security, preventing the token from being exposed. Additionally, there's an IP filter setting that allows you to restrict access to certain IP addresses. Leaving this field blank will result in no restrictions. You can also set a max messaging size, which limits the request size in kilobytes. If a request exceeds this size, it will be rejected. If you don't want any size limit, you can leave this field blank. Lastly, you can enable the Allow Deleting option if you wish to allow data deletion. The final section, MISC, provides additional configuration options for your endpoint. The output type setting defines what will be returned when a request is made. You can choose the input data or the output data, and even both. Keep in mind that if you want to return output data, you'll need to enable the Save Output Data option in the linked task. The Data Retention Days field allows you to specify how long data from the endpoint should remain in the database. Data older than the specified period will be automatically deleted. You can also configure a wait time, which adds a buffer to the task's timeout when dealing with synchronous API requests, ensuring they don't time out prematurely. Security is a crucial aspect of working with endpoints, so let's dive into the role of tokens. Tokens protect specific endpoints in your API, allowing you to control access and ensure security. By assigning both primary and secondary tokens, you get more flexibility. Here, you can manage tokens for different request methods like post, get, put, patch, and delete. On the Tokens tab, you can configure primary tokens, which are automatically generated for each endpoint, as well as secondary tokens, which you can assign for more detailed control. At the bottom of the page, there's a Hide Unassigned toggle that lets you hide secondary tokens not assigned to an endpoint. It's a clean way to manage integrations without disruption. By default, Primary tokens for all HTTP methods are generated automatically when token authorization is active. If you ever need to regenerate a primary token, you can click the Generate button and a new token will be created. There's also a Copy button to easily copy the token. The Endpoint Token section can be accessed from the Content Navigation menu, where you'll find a list of all the secondary tokens you've created. This list displays key details like the name and description of each token, helping you track which token is tied to which application. Each token in the list has controls, such as an enabled toggle to turn the token on or off, and an icon that adapts to show active or inactive tokens. The Assign Endpoint Tokens button opens a dialog where you can assign secondary tokens to specific endpoints. If you need to create new token, just click +Add button, and a window will open with token settings. Here, you can define the name of the token, generate a random 64-character token. You can also copy the token and optionally add a description. The enabled toggle allows you to activate or deactivate the token as needed. Managing tokens this way gives you full control over your integrations. You can ensure security by assigning specific tokens to applications and easily adjust access without causing disruptions. With secondary tokens for each app, you'll always have clear insight into which applications are interacting with your API, and that covers the basics of endpoints and tokens. Thank you for watching.
I hope you've learned everything you needed. Be sure to check out the next video where we'll dive into HTTP methods in Integray. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you soon in the next video.